want to do that. That's scary. Well, that's the point sometimes. We need to get scared to death so we get out of our patterned way of thinking. You can't think about yesterday's worries when you're trying to float yourself upside down. It looks like adult recess, but there's a psychological benefit as well. Getting uncomfortable and out of our comfort zone with our body, because otherwise we just continue to live in the same patterns of thought and behavior, and this is why yoga is so powerful. I wanted to demonstrate a float forward and some of the fundamentals and foundations on how to build a float forward. When I started doing this, it was really a fun thing because I'd never learned how to put my hands on the ground and my hips up in the air. It was totally freaky thing. I had never even been good at a cartwheel when I was a kid, so this was extremely terrifying. I'm telling you this because it's terrifying in a way to do this. So if it's not for you, don't worry about it. But if you're ready to kind of play and find a little, what I call adult recess in your yoga practice, this is a really fun thing to start doing. And yeah, let's get started with that. From a downward facing dog, you'll walk your feet forward maybe 2-3 inches closer to the wrist, bringing the big toes closer together. First things first, ground down through the hands, set the shoulder blades onto the back so you're feeling really locked in the shoulders. Bending the knees, looking in front of your fingers, 6 to 8 inches. Bend the knees, looking forward, and then I'm just going to press down through my hands as I exhale, empty out, and then kick up. I'll do that a couple of times so you can see. Setting the shoulder blades on the back, bending the knees, look forward, and kick up. Hips high, kick up. My heels come toward my bum, kick up. So in this motion, from your chest, think about heart pressing down through the hand. The biggest mistake I've ever seen is people that want to bend their arms when they kick up. Before you kick up, think mentally about pressing from your heart down through your hands. Strong heart pressing down through the hands. This is your legs. So the heart and chest area becomes the hips. Arms and hands become your legs and feet. We'll do that one more time to show you little fundamentals in getting there. Downward facing dog, walking the feet forward 2 to 3 inches, bringing the big toes closer together to touch. Set the shoulders onto the back, getting strong from the heart all the way down through the hands. Look forward in front of your fingertips. Bend the knees after you exhale, kick up. Tailbone lifts over the shoulders. Your heels come in toward the bum, and pressing from hand down through the heart is really the icing on the cake, pressing down from the hand to the heart. We'll do that a couple more times just so you can see the strong heart to hands. When I really press from heart to hands there, it really locks up and engages your new legs and feet and hip, which is your upper body. It really engages that on the mat. So that is a starting point to kick-ups. You can do those if you want to get your heart rate up, if you want to just get out of your head. Have fun with that. You can't think about yesterday's worries when you're trying to float yourself upside down. This is the beauty of the practice. A lot of us think that, I don't want to do that, that's scary. Well, that's the point sometimes. We need to get scared to death so we get out of our patterned way of thinking. That's the magic of this practice. Getting uncomfortable and out of our comfort zone with our body, because otherwise we just continue to live in the same patterns of thought and behavior, and this is why yoga is so powerful. So yes, it looks like adult recess, but there's a psychological benefit as well. I'm gonna do one little bit of tying that all together, so how you want to land at the front of the mat. There's really no wrong way in the beginning when you're playing around with it. Here's the last little tidbit of importance. I mean, it's all important. From the chest, pressing down through the arms and hands, extremely important so you're not collapsing onto your face on the mat. And then that eye gaze being in front of your hands. This is where the magic happens with the landing. From the hands pressing down, I'll just use my right hand to point. If I'm gazing here, right here at my hands, watch where I land. I gaze at my hands at that level and I float forward. My feet are gonna land about 6 inches behind my wrist. Now watch this. This time, visually, I'm looking right up here at the front of my yoga mat. I want you to watch the difference here by me taking my eye gaze about 1 foot in front of where I just was. Eyes are looking forward, shoulder blades set on the back. I'm looking 1 foot in front of my hands. That time, I land right at my wrist level. This is a trick into getting up to the front of your mat where you want to be in your forward fold, is to look 1 foot in front of your fingers. That will take time to perfect, but I wanted you to see the difference so you can understand why the eye gaze is so important to get that float through all the way up. I think we just tied that together right there, so we'll leave it at that.